Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
How you doing? I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It. And I've been doing videos now for several years. As you can see, the 4-year mark on a lot of these videos. It's been about that long. But early on, I did a video about World War III XRP as the bomb. It has a lot of revelations in it that have proven to be accurate. And I went on to talk about something similar, like XRP up in XRP's business, where I was making mention of modular loop and things of that nature, other things, the ISO 20022, bringing that to the fore about XRP. And as we went on, I bounced around. I did some things on some other items. Eventually, I ended back at XRP again, back at the gold standard. I talked about the BRICS nations movement and things of that nature. But this video here, I'm going to play an excerpt from this video here, because it's going to highlight how I anticipated things to roll out as XRP gained its footing and spread its footprint on the globe. Of course, that ties into things like gold-backed money and, of course, crypto executive orders. But I want you to listen to it, because my recent videos, my currently recent videos that I've done, are encouraging folks to get your XRP, buy your XRP, buy your XRP. And quite frankly, I said, buy your XRP before you can't. And let me see here, getting back down here. Because see, that did happen. See here, XRP, where can you buy it now? Because there was a time period, if you're new to XRP, when if you didn't know where to go, you couldn't buy it anymore because of the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit. And before that, I was telling people in my group, when it was only in the chump change, 20, 30 cents and all things of that nature, buy it, because the day will come when you can't buy it. And that day came. That day did come, except if you knew how to get it. And the only place to get it at that time for U.S. citizens was Uphold. But if you were new to the scene, you wouldn't have known that. You would have had to have contact with somebody who's been in this for a while now. And I'm one of those people who's been in this for a while now, just making videos half of that time. But nonetheless, something has developed recently that had me fired up, and I need to share it with you. And I hope I put it in words that make sense. And I'm going to start by showing a clip from this video to show what I anticipated would occur. And this video may be a little longer than normal, but it's worth it. What I anticipated may occur, just like I anticipated this would occur. And a lot of us did get it. And then we also continue to know how to get it. Well, soon the time will come, like I mentioned, where probably you won't be able to get it. Sorry, we're closed. So let's listen in on that video clip that I took out from that video, XRP, the Trojan Horse. I'd like you to listen in to the words that I spoke from this video that dates all the way back to February 27, 2022. Please pay close attention to some of the points brought out and how they seemingly apply today.
So it becomes a matter of national security. And so once it becomes a matter of national security, we can find ourselves with an executive order. And if you look up an executive order, you will see that an executive order that we're talking about for gold, it was signed in April 1933 by U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, forbidding the hoarding of gold. Aren't we hoarding our XRP? Gold bullion and gold certificates within the continental U.S. Aren't we the only country isolated from XRP more so than others with this SEC lawsuit? The executive order was made under the authority of the Trading with the Enemy Act of 1917, as amended by the Emergency Banking Act in March of 1933. Isn't XRP much like gold? Fortunately, doesn't the U.S. have the company that runs that inside its continental borders? And so if you recall from my videos, if you let everyone willingly take it on and Russia pretend to be the enemy while the ball's in the other court, so that there is an excuse for them to declare that it's systemically important. And now that it's systemically important, they can issue an executive order, and that executive order is you got to sell it. They've already made it so that you can't buy it. So now you have to sell it. And guess what? We're going to tell you how much it's worth. So we should appreciate those people like that capital group that put in the offer for tens of thousands of dollars, basically telling the government, don't try to snowball us. But I can see, folks, that in this world war that we're in, World War III, I can see the United States government declaring XRP systemically important as a matter of national security. And so consequently, there is an executive order. And that executive order is you have to sell that XRP. You have to get it off of those Ledger Nano S's. You have to give it up. Because Russia is threatening the hegemony of the US dollar, which is the world reserve currency. So we got an atom bomb that we're going to drop on them, and that atom bomb is XRP, and they took it on willingly. And when they took it on willingly, it was so great because we didn't even have to fight.
What you see in front of you is one of the familiar sites, one of the familiar images from Bearable Guy 123. And over the course of the years, I've been watching and paying attention to these as well, these riddles. I let other people figure the riddles out. But I just pay attention to certain things that catch my attention, things like a calendar that had certain days X'd out and where the sun was and things of that nature. However, something occurred years ago, literally more than 3 years ago. And it was in probably this image here. Now, I didn't do all these markings in this image. And the thing that I saw, but you see here, it says working money channels. You see, all of these things are clues, folks, about what's happening. And the working money channel made it here on this book right here. I was so impressed by that I actually sent an email to the working money channel. I sent the email to him back on December 29th of 2022. You can see it right there. I said, don't know if you noticed, but your channel's name, Working Money Channel, is on the bottom of the white book above right of the 3-pack of gold books with the P on the left side over the bear's eye, the poker table picture. Now, I couldn't find the poker table picture, but I did find the Working Money Channel again in one of those images. Now, why is that important? Because I think it's a cue, a C-U-E. It's a cue that things are going to happen. And that's why it's there. I wondered, out of all the channels out there, why in the world did the Working Money Channel's name end up in this mix? And I don't think he even knows. He knows it's there, but I don't think he even knows why he ended up there. This next clip will tell you why I think it ended up there. This clip is from the Working Money Channel, and I'm borrowing this clip from the Working Money Channel because it says what I've been saying. And even in my most recent video, I said it. And folks, I think this is what's going to happen. So I'm going to stop talking now and listen on this so I can wrap it all up coherently when I put these pieces together. But listen to what this gentleman says, as taken from a video from the Working Money Channel. Pay close attention.
Interesting. Listen to this.
Hi there, crypto fans. Hi there, remote viewing fans. Dick Allgaier here for Future Forecasting Group. It's another beautiful day at Ethereum Place in Honolulu, Hawaii on a Sunday. In a recent report last week, I said that the market cap of XRP, the real true market cap, might actually be as high as $6 trillion. And I've got some more information on that. I've got a clarification on that from a really good source, and I'm going to detail this today. My reporting of that was somebody took a clip of that and put it on the Working Money Channel. Shout out to the Working Money Channel. Thank you for using my clip. You're free to do that anytime. If you'd like to get together and do a segment together, I'd love to do that. Okay, so here's the information, the clarification that I'm getting on the $6 trillion market cap of XRP. I have a source who is high-level, the high-level financial system of the world. And this person knows how it works. And I know he knows how it works because I asked him about the birth certificates, the bonds, and the trusts. And if somebody really knows how the real financial system works, They know the real story about the birth certificates, the bonds, and the trusts, and can speak authoritatively on that. And I'm not going to get into the details here, but this guy knows that, and I've vetted him as a very good source. What he's saying is that indeed the market cap of XRP is considerably higher than what we see on the exchanges. But the $6 trillion mark, he says, that may not be in the market cap yet. It may not actually yet be invested into XRP. He says what they're doing is all the big banking system, people in the banking system and the big financial players know that XRP is going to be one of the foundations of the new financial system. So they've got this money standing by in what he calls a slush fund. So they've got it there, it's on the sidelines, and they're going to pump it into XRP at some point. You will see, according to him, not investment advice, but my source says, that you'll see XRP one day soon gap up like $9 above, really high, just like that. And a lot of the holders will say, that's such a great gain, like it's unsustainable, that level of a parabolic run.
Now that's the head fake, but it's coming. Now listen how closely to how this information gels so well with what I've been trying to get across now, as you'll see, for years. Let's keep listening.
That people will take their money out, and then something will happen, and they'll get locked out, and then this big money fund will come in, the $6 trillion, and they'll buy it all up, and it'll go up so high then that you'll be locked out. So his advice was to hold your XRP.
And you won't be able to buy it. You'll be locked out. Get your gorilla grip. First, get it if you ain't got it. But get your gorilla grip, people, on that XRP. At least some of it, if not most of it. What can you do with $8, $9, $10 XRP that won't allow you to leave a big lion's share of it behind for exactly what he's talking about? Let's wrap it up.
I don't give investment advice. I'm just a reporter. I'm just getting information and disseminating.
And I've been getting information and disseminating it too. And this ties in directly with what I've been saying now for years. And now, once again, here is seemingly more confirmation if this turns out to be accurate. What do I think? I think it's going to turn out to be accurate, or I would not have said it 4 years ago. Fourth, fifth actual video being about XRP and its clandestine role in the monetary system. And then recently, as time went on, seeing how the price action is just designed to do exactly what this man is saying. I'm going to end this on this thought. It's better to be 50 minutes early than 1 minute too late. The overnight language is probably going to come true. And if you haven't decided to do it, you won't be able to do it. Sorry, we're closed. You jumped over dollar bills to pick up pennies. It doesn't matter what the price is. Will you care when it's $9, whether you spent $2.15, $2.30, $2.45, or even $3.15, whether you spent $3.50, $3.70, or even $4? Will you care when you double your money to $8? No, you will not. But the day will come when you just can't get it. I'm DK Will. This is DK Will Talk About It, and I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.